All right, guys. So on the business of Anthropic and Palantir and who controls AI, basically, and why, what would be their motives? In my situation, is what I think a high probability that they could be using that as a targeting mechanism, for the reasons being that if people, for example, people target the thought leaders or the leaders, so that way they can influence those that look up to them or use them as a reference point, right? So for my example, I would be a reference point in technology's sake, right? For being born in this being born in 94, but in this real estate development since 96 with that grid system. So how you say, it's like a measuring point, right? So to not, how you say, it's a measuring point for technology, right? I guess. So since AI begins, like technology has a purpose, the meters and everything, right? And people have been asleep at the wheel, you could say, and basically, so that's why they probably need this technology to, they're trying to probably cover up their mess. And guys, for us, we could care less about all that stuff. We care about our family, right? But at the same time, that is the down the line thing that is coming at us really fast, right? And because, guys, time is of the essence, guys, because people, they can program people a certain way with drugs or with money or with whatever, especially kids, or they could put the factoids in people's minds that are not all there, that have a trigger for a specific time to do a specific thing, guys. So that's how, if normal people wouldn't know this, unless you like did some careful like thinking and research. So just like I mentioned about colors before in the shorts, and how I mentioned how they could be influencing like through proxy, right? Using AI and Palantir or whatever, they are, in the grand scheme of things, you could say, wanting to get me to dress like a thug or a bum, or they want me to mimic them, right? And for the reason being, so that way they can get everybody together and, okay, guys, on this day, so and so, when this person gets out, we're all gonna be dressed up in suits and going to church and stuff like that, guys. Guys, that's not how it works, man. That's what they're trying to use AI for, and they're trying to, in a sense, use our prisoners as hostage to take over the world in that type of dress up way.